Hello friends, it's Astro here and welcome back to Rimworld, where today we're going to start a new colony with a cheeky little custom scenario that I've created. I'll upload this to the workshop as well. So the intention here is that, we've got some dudes and lasses who were on their way to boot camp, Space Marine boot camp, and, they're fairly young, we get 4 of them. But basically, what I want to do is, we're going to have a planet killer that's got 100 days before it hits. Like, normally, planet killers are so far off in the distance that you kind of don't need to worry about it. But these guys, they do, right? This place is like there's an aurora going on. Basically, the theory behind it is the planet is dying and we need to get off. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to randomize this up. We're going to have the whole planet generated. Because that's the way I like to do things. And we're going to start ourselves in a random location. Tundra? That could be interesting. I mean, right here in the middle of nowhere. I guess, let's, desert. Ooh, that's going to be tricky. Desert might be fun. I'd prefer to be somewhere where there's at least, some kind of small hills at least. Maybe next to this big road here. What's this over here? Desert? More desert. Extreme desert. Okay, well, maybe not. Maybe... Tundra? No. Desert. Boreal forest. Okay, boreal forest might be fun. And this spot here, it's flat, which might be a bit tricky for us, but that's okay. It's going to have an ancient asphalt road and a large river. Right, so we can get out and travel, maybe up to the Grey Barrens and down to these guys. It's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky because it's miles from anything. So let's do this one. We're going to have a pop idol pirate, a defector, a psychiatric patient, oh my goodness, and an herb world politician. Okay, I think we might want to shuffle these people around a little bit, just because of the fact that, well, I want to try and balance this out, right? So like this defector here, smoke leaf dependence, don't really want you. Maybe I'll replace you with the sheriff. Okay, great. And then, who else we got here that's not very great? This psychiatric patient might be a bit of a problem. I think we need someone who's got some intellect. Ooh, Nick. You look like you might be good. Good medical. Good intellectual. Is there anything else that's fairly low? Construction's pretty bad, isn't it? Maybe we can find someone that's got some good construction. We've got a recruiter here. Oh, Danny. Danny, my friend, you might be the sort of person that we need. Maybe if we pull Vladimir down and bring Danny on board, how does that make us look? It didn't really make a huge amount of change, but it did put a flame because there's a minor flame here in construction. That might be a good thing. Shooting 0, so everyone's capable of shooting, which is good. Because we want everyone to be, basically, yeah, we want everyone to be able to wield a weapon because, look, they're Marines, right? That's the whole point of these guys. That's the whole point of this crew. They're Marines who have, crashed on the planet on their way to their boot camp. So, let's jump in. On your way to Space Marine boot camp, a calculation error in the flight computer leaves your team stranded on a remote world. Looking up into the sky, it's clear that the star at the center of this system is unstable, tearing apart the moon, which is steadily crashing down on the planet. It looks like you need to get off this planet. Quick! Okay. Very nice. Okay, so we've got some goodies that I've, basically set these guys up with because they were, kitted out before they went on their merry. They've got themselves, each of them has, could you guys hold still for a moment? Could you grab that and then put on some armor and a helmet? I mean, this might be a little bit cheesy, but we'll see. And a helmet, and then Roberts, grab this one, armor and helmets, and then Danny, grab yourself this rifle, this armor. No, this armor? Reserved. Which one was it? This one. And this helmet. Okay, let's see how we can go about getting everyone suited and booted and getting ready. They are absolutely op at the moment, but that's okay. I'm giving myself a very gentle start because I predict that this is going to be a little bit tricksy. Okay, so let's just pause up the game here for a moment. We'll have a look around because there should be, I mean, there's some marshes and a lake, a lovely big road. There's some geysers over here, what looks like an ancient danger at the top, and wow, really nothing else. There's some rich soil up here, which might be nice. There's a little nubbin of land here that we might be able to sort of get some goodies out of, but we might just want to be, I guess, close to the road? Or down near this stuff down here, perhaps. There's not really much, there's lichen-covered soil. Rich soil is a bit of a problem on this map. There's not a whole heap of it to be had. Which, yeah, this could be problematic. This could be difficult. What do we got here? Compacted steel. Okay, so this and this might be nice to start near. Or maybe, I don't know. I'd love some rich soil out in the open so I can get to it a bit easier. But maybe we should just, like, nestle ourselves in here next to the road and hope for the best. What do we think? Yeah? Yeah. All right, let's do that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll start up here. And we'll start by just ordering up that all of these plants in here should be chopped down. And we're going to get some mining going on, I guess, into here to get us started with a little bit of steel. And hopefully, this will give us the sort of fixins to get ourselves underway. Now, stockpile can go 5x5 there. We're going to have a dumping stockpile right next door. And these are just going to be to get us underway. The dumping stockpile can take all of these chunks that are floating about here. And what we'll aim to do is get some stone cutting up and running sooner rather than later. And we'll start with, I guess we'll just start with like a little wooden shack that can go sort of here. Right? A little wooden door that can go sort of here. And then we'll build out from there. I think that should get us underway. I mean, there's not a whole heap of stuff for us to build out of at the moment, but it's totally fine. 1, 2, 3, 4 beds to get us started. We'll get ourselves a little table right up front, just so that we don't have that debuff of... actually, we'll get some stools in here. Just so we don't have the eat without table problem. And I guess we're going to need a little fireplace that can go out there. And we'll get ourselves a crafting spot. It's going to be outside for the time being, but look, it'll be fine. It'll be enough. A crafting spot? That's not what I wanted. I wanted a butcher's spot that can go next to that. It's not going to be great, but it'll do the thing. It'll definitely do the thing. And, you know, this is just like, just a way to get ourselves up and running. Okay? Cool. So, finally, a little stockpile zone here, and this one can just be clear all important foods. Groovy. Okay, everyone's having a nap. We can get some of these piggies hunted up, because we do have some... Actually, you know what? I do need to figure out, before we do any hunting, I need to figure out who's got the ammo, because... because... Okay, hang on. Who's awake? I just heard someone get up. Danny, what have you got? Someone's got all of the ammo, because when they pick it up, they always just, like, hog the whole thing and don't share it with anyone else. So, Nick, do me a favor. Drop that for me. And we'll see if the other guys can, like, pick that ammo up and everyone can grab a few rounds of it. Actually, Danny, do me a favor. Pick up some of these, and I want you to pick up just like 100 rounds. That's what I want you to grab. Can you do that for me? Reloading. Okay, excellent. Priscilla, can you... Nope. I think Nick is hauling it back. Okay, alright. So, we'll let these guys figure out... Okay, here we go. This is the other thing that this scenario has. Meteorites are going to be crashing on this place every single day. It's just going to be a constant effect where meteorites are just like falling down because the moon's being split apart in the orbit of this planet. There are just chunks of the moon crashing down. And yeah. Okay, so you're alright. Danny's got some ammo. Nick's got some ammo. And Robert, do you have some ammo? No. Okay, could you pick up 100 rounds of that, please? There we go. Okay, cool. So, everyone now has some ammo up and running. Is anyone set to actually do some hunting? Yes, Priscilla is set to hunt. And Nick, you should probably do some hunting as well. Just so that everyone's got some good gun skills going on. And what we can do is get some smoked meat up and running sooner rather than later. Because at the moment we've got 0 food whatsoever. Alright, so we'll let these guys do their thing. Get some smoked, like, basically, some delightful bacon. Oh, hang on. Wild boar revenge. What's going on? Nope, it's okay. Priscilla's managed to figure that out. I tell you what, though. What we're going to do is we're going to change ours so that in the event of bad stuff happening, we're going to, like, let them go ahead and attack. So if an animal does start to try and mess with them, we can just, like, you know, put that animal down and be done with it. It should be fine. Okay, so that's some emergency meat to get us underway. I think we're going to need to grow some stuff as well. And I think we'll just do that across the road down here, like this. And it can be 11... Actually, I'm going to make a relatively big growing zone because we're going to need a good amount of food. And we're going to have some rice to get us underway. The river here should help us out with power, which is fantastic. And hopefully, we can get things underway nice and quick. Alright, so we get a low psychic drone that's just kicked in. Not the best, but there's not a huge amount we can do at this stage about that. What we can do is just carry on. And I'm going to... Whoops. Architect. Mine. I'm going to mine this whole section out here with the intention of basically getting a big old base started and underway. And I think to get that done, I need a stonecutter's table. Steel? I don't know if that actually... You know what? I quite frankly don't know if that makes a difference to how effective it's going to be. But it's fine. It's fine. So tomorrow, when our friends wake up, so Priscilla, Nick, Danny, and Robert, when they wake up, I'm going to get them started building this up and seeing what we can do about getting some stone up and running, because I want to build this base out so it's shiny, so it's really, really good. I think a little bit more smoked meat might be nice. Is that rich soil there? It is. Just a tiny little patch, but that'd be good. That would be very nice. Another meteorite has crashed. It is made from compacted steel. Very nice. We can use that. There's some more steel here. There are some goodies happening in this place. Like, there's good steel here. I think components might be a bit of a problem for us. There's a little bit here that we're going to need to get into. I guess when we want to start making a power generator and getting stuff like that online, because that's something that we need to start researching sooner rather than later, so we can get gun turrets and all of the other stuff that we need. It's definitely a thing that we need to consider bringing online as quickly as possible. Okay, so here comes our... Oh, Robert, you botched the construction of that. Come on, mate. We'll go down to 2 speed so we can watch you doing things a little bit better. Priscilla's having a lovely smoked hock of pork, which is excellent. And now Robert's off back to his mining. Commented about lagoons. That's an interesting thing to talk about. Right, so let's do this. I think there's a lot of granite on this, and we're going to do until we have like 200-ish blocks up our sleeve, and whoever's set to do crafting, and I suppose, is it crafting or is it smithing? Blacksmithing or machining, and crafting is stone cutting. Okay, Robert is going to be doing that. Danny does enjoy it too, so I'm gonna check Danny so that Danny can get stuck into that a little bit. And Priscilla enjoys mining, even though she's not so great at it. Cooking, I'm not sure if we want Priscilla to be... No, you know what? Go ahead, Priscilla. We may as well let you do a bit of cooking, because why not? Why not? I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Alright, so... We're kicking along. The planet killer is, what, 1.6 years away. So it's not too bad. 100 days in this game is a relatively long amount of time. But it's you know, we don't want to be waiting too long. We want to be getting to it Like, getting off this planet sooner rather than later. Because, yeah, last thing we want to do is... I mean, I don't know. I've never actually seen what happens when the planet killer hits, quite frankly. It's just never been a thing that has happened whilst I've been playing this game. Purely because of the fact that whenever you play... Oh, this is sandstone. Okay. Well, we'll start off with marble. You know, and Danny's taking care of that for us. I guess... we'll start off with marble, and then we'll start using the sandstone that's coming out of this mountain, so that we can carry on our builds. We'll build out our nice little base around here. I suppose we could disassemble this stuff as well. These things are full of... I can't remember what they're full of, but there's heaps of marble lying about on the floor that we could pick up, turn into lovely chunks. Is any of this... Yeah, okay. So some of this we need to build a shack around sooner rather than later, so we can stop it to... Oh my goodness me. Okay, so... Since you'll be here for a while, Priscilla thinks that you should give our faction a name. What should it be called? The Marooned Marines? And Priscilla thinks that you should give their settlement a name. What should you call this place? I think... Well, Friendship City is quite nice. But I think this should be Pummeltown. Because it is currently being pummeled with meteorites. We just had another one land. Over here, it's... wow, just a big old chunk of granite. Okay, cool. I hope we don't... I hope these meteorites landing doesn't cause us problems in the future. I have to imagine, like, considering how close this one has fallen, I have to imagine that this is potentially going to be something that will hurt us. Like, it's going to potentially land on our base at some point. I really hope not. I really do hope not. Oh, we've got some friends who have joined us. Hey, guys. How you doing? Welcome aboard. Welcome to Pummeltown. I hope that you guys have some goodies. I mean, we don't have much to trade here. We've got some sticks and some steel, maybe a little bit of pig leather, but critically, there's nothing here that we have that I think will be good to trade. Okay, who's good at social? Social 2, 8, 9. Okay, Danny, come chat to this guy. See what Burakuku, whatever his flipping name is. Okay, components, medicines, right. Microwave grenades. Ooh. Microwave grenades. This small device emits a painful millimeter wave for a brief time. Surprisingly effective crowd control weapon. Oh, that's cool. But I cannot afford any of these things. I mean, these survival meals would be really good. But sadly, I'm not going to be able to trade for any of it. Which is, you know, that's okay. That's okay. We will get around to it as we go along. We've got a good amount of steel now, which is starting to make me feel quite comfortable. I feel like... And how many of these do we have? Got 180 stone blocks. I think now we have enough marble to be able to plan out a... Wait, marble or is that granite? Oh, it's granite. Oh, dearie me. What have I done? Okay, I really want to be making marble blocks, because that's what we've got stacks of. Do until you have 200 of them. And then we'll get rid of this granite blocks one, because that's not helping us any. Alright, and what we can do is we'll just tag up a whole bunch of marble to be brought back, so that this dumping stockpile here is forever kept full. We can get ourselves, we'll use up what granite we have, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 102, 103, 104, 105. I'm not counting correctly, am I? It's 5 a throw. Oh, bless. Look, I'm sure we can get this up and running. And we're going to need a door that leads into what will become the storage and stone cutting room. And that can come in this way. Oh, Nick and Danny. Nick charmed Danny by making an observation about poker. Danny responded well and is now Nick's lover. Well, good on you, guys. They may want a double bed. I'm sure they would. I'm sure they would, but we'll have to build them a bedroom first, which won't be too difficult. It won't be too difficult. We've got the fixins. We've got the bits and bobs. we can start making ourselves some bedrooms and start making this place a little less terrible. A little less terrible. It's a shame that I have this marsh up here. I probably should have planned that out a bit better. But that's fine. That's fine. Alright, so, granite walls? No, let's do some marble walls from here. And what we'll do is we'll come down like this, and then we can have a door there. Oh, no. No, that's fine. That's fine. Marble walls, bring it down like that. And then we can have some bedrooms, I guess, running off this away? Sure. Sure. We'll bring it off like this and down like this. We'll have a couple of bedrooms in here that can just be, you know, a big double room for Priscilla and Robert, and Danny and Nick can have their own private room where they can, you know, do their private things and be private to, you know, whatever it is that they need to do. Should I leave a corridor? I think I should leave a corridor. Yes. Okay. Let's do. So we'll have that there like that. And then these two can be little small bedrooms. That can be cancelled. And then we can have a couple of, oops, build copy here and here. And then a door. We don't really need a door there, do we? And should we have the door? Yeah, we'll have the door to this room here. I'm just flipping this around. Just finagling this around a little bit. The couples are going to get lovely big bedrooms, but the other guys are going to get some fairly rubbish stuff to begin with. But that's okay. I'm sure that they'll, you know, I'm sure that they'll deal with things and they'll be all right as time goes along. And we need to get some research up and running. There's been another meteorite drop. Another compacted plasteel. So plasteel's actually starting to become rather plentiful for us, which is quite nice. I can see some components down here as well. You may want to bear that in mind, so that when it comes time, we have the components we need for power. We do have a mad rat, which is going to work its way into the base here. Nick is thinking about it, but Priscilla was quicker on the trigger finger. So as a result, we're going to have some tasty rat meat this morning. Whoops. There we go. We'll grab that one as well. Tasty rat meat for breakfast. I'm not sure if I like you dumping that there, but that's okay for now. That's okay. We can figure out where to put that later on. I think eventually we're going to need to get ourselves like a kitchen and all that sort of stuff, just to make this so that it's a little bit, you know, cleaner. At the moment, we're cooking on the ground, which is fairly dangerous, all told. It is a very, very easy way for everyone to get food poisoning, and we don't want that. We don't want that. Oh, and that's the other thing I wanted to do. Structure steel door at the front of the base, so it'll be a little bit more, you know, a little bit more defensible. And I think some embrasures might be a great idea as well, right? These are really handy, and I don't use them enough. I think that we'll build a couple of these sort of out like this, and then, maybe barbed wire? Ooh, that might be nice. I have some barbed wires just stretched around here, so that if anyone's coming towards us, they have to, like, figure their way through the barbed wire. Now, we can make kill rooms and stuff later on, but just to get us underway, I think this will be, like, a good sort of starting point. Okay. And, ooh, critically, let's get just a horseshoe pin to get us started, and then we can build, like, a chess table and stuff later on. Cool. Cool. Alright. Well, this is coming along quite nicely. You know, and as you may have guessed, I'm intending for this episode, or this series, I should say, to be a little bit more long-standing, a little bit more, a little bit less explosions and doom than what we usually have, right? Sometimes it's been a little bit problematic in the past where I've built scenarios or I've built situations where things just go horribly, horribly wrong all of the time. I want to try and make this one a bit more of a longer series. A longer series where we can explore deeper, research harder, and try and just get some more stuff done in this game. So, and hopefully not get crushed by a bunch of meteorites. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Alright, friends. Well, thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.